Back from the dead.
Hey, what's up guys? Greg's Gauntlet here. When I watched Samsung's latest unboxing event at this year's Mobile World Congress, I was immediately intrigued when the Galaxy S7 Edge made its debut. The phone looked beautiful and was packed full of features every Samsung fan has been asking for, that was taken out of the S6. The Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge is one of the most beautifully designed phones I've ever used. Samsung accomplished this feat by creating a phone in an all-metal and glass body. The phone feels and looks very premium, and most noticeable and stunning feature is the edge-to-edge display that makes the phone and screen seem to erase boundaries and the bezels. Sometimes, that means your fingers will hit the sides while holding it or typing on it, but it's a small problem for such a beautiful design. The phone is also really easy to hold and has a small footprint for a 5.5-inch phone. The curves on the back make it really easy to grip it one-handed. The screen itself is an AMOLED 5.5-inch Quad HD display supporting a resolution of 2560 by 1440. This means that anything from videos to browsing web pages to going on Twitter, everything just looks really great on this phone. Now, although that edge does look beautiful, it is a bit gimmicky. You get some features like a sliding app drawer or a newsfeed on the edge, but I find it hard to activate. I often have to swipe my thumb multiple times to gain access, and honestly, I really don't think it offers that much extra functionality. The Edge honestly just makes the phone look really good. The S7 Edge is running a custom version of Android 6.0 Marshmallow with its TouchWiz operating system. Some people really just hate Samsung's custom TouchWiz software, but it's been toned down a lot. And if you're not a fan of the design, there's a lot of customization with different launchers to make it look and function more like stock Android. But with TouchWiz, one of my biggest complaints is that the S7 Edge is still bloated with apps. There are tons of pre-installed apps from the carrier and from Samsung, and this can be a bit confusing, especially to users who are not familiar with Android. You have a phone that has 2 messaging apps, 2 email apps, 2 web browsers, and even 2 payment apps pre-installed onto the phone. It's just really confusing, and you have to take a lot of time to disable the bloatware. I really wish Samsung could restrict what the carriers put on the phone, and maybe even put some self-restriction on what kind of apps they ship onto their phone. So we went over how the S7 Edge is an absolutely beautiful phone, but not only is it beautiful, it is a workhorse on the inside. In real life use, this means you're getting a phone that rarely ever slows down and can handle any app you throw at it. The 4 GB of RAM means apps will stay open in memory even longer, and you'll experience no slowdown switching between applications. Games run smoothly, but keep in mind that on some benchmarks, frame rates may be higher on other devices, like the iPhone. This is because the Galaxy S7 Edge supports a beautiful Quad HD display, where something like the iPhone 6s Plus only has a 1080p display. Samsung says the S7 Edge has a liquid cooling system in it. I'm not one to tear open a phone and see exactly what's going on, but the S7 Edge can get a little warm when running intensive applications like gaming or VR, but it doesn't really get too hot. So Samsung really listened to customer feedback when they released the S7 Edge. Samsung acknowledged one of the main complaints on the S6, and that was the removal of the expandable microSD card slot. So while Samsung did add a microSD card slot for you to expand your storage, they did only ship a 32GB version of the S7 Edge. This isn't the biggest deal because, as I said, you can add a microSD card slot, but internal storage is faster than the microSD card. It really would have been nice if Samsung added this feature for people who don't want to add storage onto their phone, or for people who just want really fast internal storage. Samsung also added waterproofing to the S7 Edge. This is a feature that Samsung fans have been clamoring for as well on its flagship phones. It's been available in the active line for a while. This means you can spill a glass of water on the phone and shower with it too. Not that I've done that, but it is really nice to have and makes you less paranoid about bringing your phone near other water sources. One downside of this waterproofing is the speaker. Most phone speakers aren't amazing, but the S7 Edge just has a really weak sounding speaker. I know this is a compromise of sealing the phone with waterproofing, but I just wish it had a little more oomph to it. The S7 Edge also comes with a great fingerprint reader, which seems to work just as well as the iPhone 6s. It makes unlocking your phone and apps faster, as well as using apps like Samsung Pay. One feature which I wasn't a huge fan of, and I almost forgot to mention it in this review, is the always-on display. I don't really find this feature to be useful. You can see the time easily if it's sitting on your desk, but I found it distracting and turned the feature off after a week of using the phone. If you are a fan of this feature, however, it won't impact your battery life in any significant way. Speaking of battery life, the S7 Edge has a 3600 milliamp battery. This easily lasts me throughout the day, and if you're smart with your battery management and you use it lightly, you can even get up to 2 days out of this phone. Another great feature about the S7 Edge is its outstanding camera. Seriously, this is one of the best smartphone cameras I have ever used. It sports a 12 megapixel sensor that uses 100% of its pixels for autofocusing. In the real world, this results in super fast autofocusing when switching between subjects. It makes taking pictures fast and often with amazing results. And the camera really shines when taking low light pictures. They look really good and have very minimal noise. The camera also comes equipped to do some 4K recording, and it looks nice and sharp. Unfortunately, I don't have a full 4K display to truly test how good it looks. With all of these features, the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge is one of the best designed and power-capable phones I've ever used. It supports a huge 5.5-inch screen without an overwhelming presence in your hands. The edge-to-edge display is just beautiful, and it has the best display of any smartphone, period. So if you want the best looking and one of the best performing phones of 2016, you should pick up the Galaxy S7 Edge. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a like, and let me know what you think about the Galaxy S7 Edge in the comments below. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.